He thought about his dad, about the things they'd never talked about, the beliefs Marcus had inherited without ever questioning them, the assumptions he built his life on. What if all of it, the drinking, the failures, the chaos, what if it wasn't just bad luck or weakness? What if the way he thought about things had been broken from the start? Marcus opened his laptop. He didn't know what he was looking for, but he knew he needed to understand something, anything, about how thinking was supposed to work. Because right now, his thinking had led him to a hole in the ceiling and a near walk to the bar. And that wasn't working. So, as I was writing this passage, and maybe one day we'll go into what parts of the story are reality versus what parts of the story are aspects meant to increase the narrative, but the point holds true that sometimes it takes these moments, as much as we hate them when they're happening, as much as they're deeply painful, it takes a lot of times, it takes a moment like that. And we didn't even go into all the details of what actually happened to Marcus to get to that point. But it takes a moment of extreme loss, extreme tragedy, before we can even recognize that we never really learned how to think. So when you're growing up, not only is it something you do by accident, and something that's all right to inherit the beliefs of those around you, especially when it comes to your parents or your friends. But what we don't realize is that it's also necessary. There are certain things we just don't know, and we have no other method by which to learn them at a young age than through those family members or friends I was just talking about. You know, things like not running out into the street, things like not touching the stove, things that really actually physically or mentally endanger you. The thing is, their knowledge is limited too. And